All right, Brent Porcia at TopVelocity.net, and this is our last video in this three-part series to 30 days to a top prospect player profile. So I'm just blown away by the emails that I've been getting. It's been really cool. It's really exciting to hear when guys who haven't been giving this great information and this kind of help in their careers, and when they get it, and it's just like, you can hear them all exhale, like, thank you. Finally, I can take all my hard work and I can get it to pay off, all right? And I understand that, guys, and I know there's a ton of you out there that don't have good coaches or hasn't had a good coach or a coach come to you and say, I want to help you. And ultimately, that's the worst thing about this. That's what coaches are there for. They're there to help you, and yet all the coaches you've had, you haven't had one coach come up to you and say, hey, I want to help you get better. What do you need me to do? Or follow me, I'm going to help you get better. Now, a lot of times I say too, that's kind of a fairy tale because I really didn't have that experience. But I'll tell you right now, I'm a coach and I want to help you. I'm here to help you get better. So you reach out to me and I will help you. That's why I put my number on there. You can call me personally. It goes on my cell phone. You can call me and I'm here to help you. I'm going to give you all the tools I have, free or whatever's in my programs. It's here for me to help you, okay? So I don't care who you are, contact me. I have some way to help you. All right, so in this last series, we get into my favorite topic, and it's performance enhancement, specifically for baseball. I'm a USA certified weightlifting sports performance coach. Not only that, I've trained Olympically for years in my own career to make a tremendous comeback after surgery to become a top prospect. Okay, so what we're going to address today is the approach that we take with the 2X programs, even with our 3X programs here at TopVelocity.net. We take an Olympic-style approach. So why do we take an Olympic-style approach? A lot of coaches out there are going, oh, here we go. What's, Olympic-style? That's like football. Well, to tell you the truth, we are related to football players. They are power athletes, so are we. The difference is we are probably a little bit more precision, more mechanical than them. So we can't get too obsessed with just the pure power like the football players do. We also have to put our time in to our mechanics, which has as much of an effect. That's where we're different, but we're similar when it comes to the training. You just have to understand when you take this approach, you just got to know how it transfers on the field to baseball. I have that information. Most coaches don't. That's why they ignore it. They don't know how it converts. And that's what we do here. That's what we do really well. We take an Olympic approach to baseball and we make it and we show how it converts. There is big league teams now just starting to do this because they see the same amazing results. If you look at the studies, and if you need me to, I will post the studies here, but they're in tons of my articles. This Olympic approach that we take, and I'm going to go over today, is the most effective out of any approach in the game and in enhancing maximum power production and maximum dynamic athletic performance. That is why we need to embrace this. It is proven to be the most effective way in making you more powerful and making you more dynamic. And dynamic is motor coordination. It's mechanics. So it tells you once you take this kind of training into your mechanics work, it will make you more dynamic. That is key. That's why this is the approach for the top prospect, or if you want to be the top prospect. You can look at guys like Bryce Harper, guys like even a new prospect coming up, Andrew Dunlap. Big advocates of Olympic lifting. And they're not big guys. Look what it's done for them. It's taken their small builds and turned them into freaks because of the effectiveness of this approach. Now, this is not an easy approach, guys. This is a very challenging approach, but it's something we should not be scared of. It is more common in Europe to train Olympically. There are young kids training up there Olympically. Olympic lifters start at around 7 or 8 years old. Studies show there is more injury in baseball for kids than there is in weight training. All right, that's the one thing our culture hasn't gotten the information on is it's more dangerous putting a child or a kid into a baseball season than it is putting him into an environment where he is taught how to move this bar Olympically. So the injuries isn't even the problem. And if you look at the other cultures, they do this as young as we do. It's the one thing that throws me off. We're willing to start a kid at 6, 7 years old in baseball where it's proven to have more injury, but we're not willing to do that in a more controlled environment of a weight program or an Olympic program. All right, so that being said, if you need more information on that, I'll be glad to give you all the information. There's no information, no science showing that young kids are damaged or growth plates are ruined in Olympic lifting. There is that information on the baseball field with young kids. All right, so we know it's safe. If we look at the injury for Major League Baseball players have over 4 injuries per 1,000 hours. Elite Olympic lifters have only just over 3 injuries per 1,000 hours. And they are basic injuries that you would find in any other activity or any other sport. So it's even more dangerous for an elite baseball player than an elite Olympic lifter to participate in these sports. So we know it's safe, okay? Now let's make it the reason it's safe, and it's learning the technique. So I'm going to give you some basic technique. I have a ton more technique on the site, but I'm just going to go over some basic technique. Now, when we start with a performance enhancement program, and the reason this is performance enhancement, like I said, it's maximizing power output, it's maximizing dynamic athletic performance, and I'm going to go through some of the reasons why it's doing that. It's doing that because, and the reason this is different, these Olympic lifts, which the Olympic lifts are the clean and jerks and the snatch. We start off basic just with the clean and jerk variations. We don't get into snatch until you get advanced. We do snatch pulls and stuff in our 2X program, but those aren't catching. Catching the snatch is more advanced. That's what makes these so powerful and so effective for the baseball player is with the Olympic approach. It's the only lift you throw the bar. We're going to throw that bar. And when you throw the bar, you don't have problems with deceleration phases, and that's what makes it more dynamic. When you have to decelerate a bar, halfway through your movement, you're focusing on slowing it down, and the first half you're focusing on speeding it up. We don't do that as athletes. We don't focus on, we do focus on slowing down, but we don't focus on slowing down until way at the end, until it all comes crashing into us. We put the majority of the movement into the power, and you tend not to do that when you're not in an Olympic lift. You tend to spend a lot of time in the lift slowing it down. So this allows us to accelerate the majority of the movement and then a quick deceleration, which is more like how we move in the field. We also do that within a split second, and that's how we hit throw. We do that within a second. So we're training explosive power within a second, just like we do in the field. You can't do that in any other exercise or any other lift in the weight room. That's why these are most effective. Now, it's not enough just to go out and go do some power cleans, some hang cleans, some snatch pulls, some clean pulls, some power jerks, some split jerks, some snatch hang pulls. It's endless what we can do. It's not enough just to go out and do that. You need a specific program that's periodized, that is built off of your 1 rep max, and that cycles you through on where each cycle you enhance performance. You go up, you go up, you go up, you go up. If you don't have the program, guys, that is built and most effective to enhance your performance as a power baseball player, like we have here at Top Velocity, it's not going to convert, guys. You're not going to see it. You're going to go out and you're going to do your cleans, and you're not going to really see it convert. You're going to see a little bit. So I want you to follow this and do some of the basics, but you're really not going to see it convert. All right, so here we are. We're going to talk about just a basic approach in the clean pull, and then I want you to go out and I want you to do a ton of clean pull, just starting off with the bar. And that's the one thing I tell the younger kids. There's no reason you can't start lifting at 10 years old, at 9 years old. You just are going to use the bar. And you're not even going to use this bar. You're going to use a light training bar, a 20-pound bar, a 10-pound bar, maybe a broomstick. Because if you can start as early as you can, learning the motor coordination, because these are highly technical, as we're throwing these bars, then when you get 16, 17, 18, when your body's ready to grow, and you have a ton of testosterone, a ton of growth hormone, ready to support growth, you can then start pushing yourself. And actually, you can be moving up past your peers when your peers are going, hey, hey, buddy, come over here. How do you do that clean again? And you're like, man, that took me years to perfect. And now he's starting, and you're starting to take off. That's why we want to learn this at a young age. We can get highly technical. We don't have to do the weight until you're ready. You can say, I'm not ready to do the weight. I'm not going to do it. But we need to learn and develop the motor coordination. All right, so let's go over the clean pull. One basic one here. I've got the power clean also instructed on the site as well. And you can go into Coach Hatch's videos, who is the legendary Olympic lifting coach, who gave me my certification, and it's been a big effect on my career. You can go and watch his videos. I can give you a link to that as well. You can get a lot of information here. But like I said, what you really need is the programs, and that's what we do with the 2X Velocity program. We have our Olympic Fusion system, which is our strength and conditioning, anaerobic conditioning program, power focused, it's periodized, it's built around that 1 rep max, it's proven to enhance every 8 weeks. Boom, boom, boom. On top of that, it comes with all the drills to develop the motor coordination around the throws from each position, around pop times for catchers and that 60-yard sprint. We get even more technical than that, and we have a training program, a schedule you're going to follow with drills and how to even get better at all that technical training that we've just gone over. So it's all there. I'm going to give you some basics on the clean and how we address most of these Olympic lifts. And then I want you to, like I said, do as much of these so you can get some benefits of this kind of training along with what you've learned in the other 2 videos. And come back to me and tell me how effective it's been for you. I'd like to hear from you after those 30 days of you doing this. And tell me how effective it's been for you. And tell me your concerns or your questions, or if you want to move on, if you want more and you want to go into the 2X Velocity program, tell me you're ready, and I want to get you started, because I'm going to actually work with you personally, even if it's online, or you coming down to our 2X Velocity camps that we have all year long. I want to work with you personally and take you to that level so you can become that top prospect. All right, so when we address the bar with any Olympic approach, we're going to go feet straight. We go from a hip width position. We first have to put in some good posture, because if not, we won't be able to put in the demands of the hips, meaning we won't be able to get our butts to the floor in a full hip rotation to where we need to move that bar. And that's another thing is, you will probably spend most of your time when you first come into an Olympic approach just getting your hips to work. And you will find that it has a profound effect on your baseball performance when your hips are more mobile and they move more efficiently and more explosively. All right? So to get in that good posture, go hip width, feet straight, squeeze our butt. That pulls our hips under us. We're going to squeeze our stomach, and that lines our shoulders up with our hips, which gives us a vertical spine. Then we put what's called torsion in the legs. That's turning the knees or the leg out, ball and socket, turn the whole leg without the feet going. You're going to feel your knees go out and your arches form. That puts stability in the leg, keeping the butt squeezed and the stomach squeezed, putting torsion in the arms by turning the arms out. Now everything is tight and in a line. From there, we want to break at the hips and push the knees out, holding that posture, and then we're going to come all the way down to the bar, and we're going to sit right here underneath this bar. From here, these are our grips with any of the Olympic cleans. We go thumb grip, meaning you take the thumb to the edge of the grip, you wrap the thumb, and then you wrap it because we don't want to lose the bar, and then you roll it into the palms. If you're going to pull a lot of weight, initially you're not. This is just training weight. If you're going to pull a lot of weight, you're going to have to pull it in your palms. You pull it in your fingers, you won't do it. So roll it into your palms. From here, take the bar halfway over your feet. You want to keep the bar as close to your body as you can. Take your hips up to knee height and let your arms lock out. Now this is a leg lift, not an arm lift. The arms are like cables. They hang and they hold on to the bar. From here, you're going to start the lift, and the lift goes like this. It's a squat. You take your shoulders up, not your butt. It's not a deadlift. You keep the butt down. You use your quads to squat it up with your shoulders going up fast, and you are going to go first in the knee extension, then hip extension, hip flexor extension, then ankle extension, then a power shrug. Now all that's going to happen together in an explosive manner, and that's going to launch this bar. So I want you to start off at a base speed and then accelerate into your top speed into your power shrug like this. Okay? If you are having a hard time getting this bar to rattle, I want you to jump. If you have to jump, you jump, because that's what we do when we throw the bars, we actually jump. So take it back down. Notice my butt is not going up. If you're doing it wrong, your butt's going up, you're standing like this, and then you got nothing on it, and you're swinging. You won't be able to jump it. You want to keep your butt down. That's why you have to have good hip rotation. You're going to take your shoulders or chest up really fast, and then you're going to jump, kick those ankles, and power shrug. You're visualizing throwing that bar. You want to feel like that bar is going to just take off, because that's what's going to happen when you're going to catch it when you move on to the power clean or hang cleans. You're going to catch it and rack it on your upper body. But right now, I just want you to learn how to move it. How to move it and how to move it explosively. So, if you're not moving it explosively, you're not going to feel all the power at the end. You're just going to be like, whoop, and stuck. So keep the butts down, move it explosively, and explosive as you can. If you start getting good at it, load the weight on it. Now, here's one thing I want you to be aware of. Protect your backs. If your butt's high, then you're swinging your back, and that's all lower back. I don't want that. I want you keeping a vertical spine and moving straight up like that. Okay? Never put the bar down like this. Lock the knees out and roll the back. We are going to wear our backs out. You have to keep your back protected at all times. We put everything down in a squat position. Never like this. That's the one thing I get when the young kids come to my camps. They roll their backs. No rolling backs. Keep them completely vertical and flat, and put the bar up like this. Never do that. That's my most important rule with the Olympic lifts, because we will wear our backs down if you do that, okay? So, get out there, hit these clean pulls. If you get good at it, start adding more weight on it. Then go in and learn the power cleans that I have on the side as well. Start working on that, because then it gets more difficult because you have to catch it and rack it. We've got more flexibility and strength issues that come with that, which you can learn in that video. And then once you've put all this together and you're ready to better organize it into a proven, effective program that is developed tons and tons and tons of top prospects, then I want you to contact me or go on the site and get in with these 2X programs, the 2X Velocity programs, or come down for a 2X Velocity camp. All right, so I hope that helps, guys. I gave you some of the key principles to really, really have an effect on this player profiles. And I really, really want you to have results. I want to help you. I want to be that coach that really, really has a significant impact on your career. So when you look back to your career, you're saying, wow, if it wasn't for Coach Porcio, if it wasn't for Coach Brent, I probably never would have gotten where I've gotten. That's my goal. That's why I do this. That's why I love to do this. So I'm here for you. So reach out to me. Post your comments below. Go at this, guys. Learn the techniques. Learn the approach. Get focused. Work hard. And if you're ready to take it to the next level, let me know. So I wish you guys the best. Get out there, work hard, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.